On farmland around Bultfontein and Hoopstad, modern businessman AV7 Wyk is passionately building on a long family farming history.
Ons familie het in 1841 in hierdie omgewing gekom. En hulle het maar net basies begin boer en van daar af is dit 'n lang mooi geskiedenis gewees. Ek dink ons het baie sentiment aan die omgewing. Dit is 'n voorreg om dit voort te sit.
Although his family was predominantly cattle farmers, Asia has always favored crop production. It certainly makes sense, as the majority of his arable land consists of water table soils.
Dit is tipies ligte sandgrond met 'n keerlaag op 2 meter wat ons vogbewaring baie goed maak en ons bestuur volgens vog. Hierdie tyd van die jaar in die winter boor ons gate en ons monitor die vog en ons beplan ons aanslag op die nuwe seisoen veral aan die hand van hoeveel vog ons het om mee te werk.
Asia plants only maize and the soil preparation includes deep ripping. To save time and cost, this is also when the first fertilizer, predominantly nitrogen, is administered. Throughout the process, the aim is to still keep as much material on the land as possible.
In ons wêreld is dit veral winderosie wat 'n groot probleem is. Jy wil daai klein plantjie glad nie blootstel aan die tref van sandkorrels nie. So ons hou soveel as moontlik materiaal bo, versteur die oppervlak so min as moontlik.
Planting is done with 1.8 meter row spacings and plant populations of 23,000 per hectare. Since his lands are widespread, he obtained a PPL license in 2014, enabling him to get a bird's eye view and quickly identify any potential problem areas. Backed by managers skillfully organizing things on ground level, and his wife Lizelle seeing to the bookkeeping, Asia is able to focus on the bigger scheme of things.
Dit gaan toenemend oor die kombinasie van entrepreneurskap en bestuur. Dit gaan oor 'n langtermyndoel en op die korttermyn moet jy dan hulpbronne en prioriteite so organiseer dat jy jou langtermyndoel nader.
In this way, marketing is not something left to harvest time. It's an ongoing planning process based on value estimation and profitability. Inventively managing expenditure, some of the equipment is also built right here on the farm. In terms of cattle, Asia sold his stud herd at the beginning of the year when prices were high, and he has since focused on oxen. But maize remains his first love.
Warren Buffett het gesê, wat sal jy doen as jy nie nodig het om geld te maak uit 'n bedryf nie, watter bedryf sou jy kies? En in my geval sou ek die suiwer kies in Suid-Afrika.
Asia's passion is matched by his natural sense of order. With a precise, structured approach, he deftly manages the demanding world of maize production, preparing the path for the 8th generation Van Wyk to take the steering seat. Ever since he started farming, water has always been a priority to Delmas producer Jan Boshoff. So he applied himself to building dams, and today, close to 40% of his crops are planted under irrigation. Jan initially farmed with his family, and in 1994, he started farming on his own with the support of his wife, Rita. It's been quite a journey for the Boshoffs, a path which has brought about a deeper understanding of what's really important in life.
Toe ek jong was, het ek gesê ek wil die wêreld omkeer. Dit is reg, as 'n jong man moet jy kan sê ek wil die wêreld omkeer. Toe ek 'n paar stampe en stote gehad en toe bietjie teruggesit en so hergroepeer. Ek dink die belangrikste is om tevredenheid te hê.
With this spiritual approach, he now runs the business together with his children and skilled personnel attending to the various facets of the operation. His son Chris oversees the crop production and meat merinos, and although their system is designed for maximum integration, every division is a separate profit unit. Geared to adapt, the soil preparation, crop and cultivar selection for each season are done according to weather patterns. To ensure maximum penetration and efficacy of chemicals, wind speed is measured and settings are adapted before spraying. The Boshoffs plant maize, soya and to a smaller degree peas in rotation. And after a good harvest, employees can choose between a bonus in the form of money or a holiday in the Kruger Park or Durban. On the administration and marketing side, Jan's daughter Esther has added a whole new dimension to the business. Complete with a lively Facebook page, Boshoff Bonsmaras are known throughout the country. Farmers come from all over to attend the big annual auction. As per Boshoff tradition, everybody works hard to ensure the success of the event. Esther's husband, Barry Herzog, is in charge of the cattle section. Straight after the auction, they start preparing for next year with the feed measured and mixed to exact specifications, ready to bulk up the beef and grow their young bulls. All round, excellent planning and management are key factors in this family enterprise. A business built on decades of experience, transferal of knowledge and understanding the impact of choices.
Ek dink die belangrikste ding is dat mense besef is jy in jou lewe bepaal in 'n groot mate self jou eie geluk en jou eie sukses. Want die lewe bestaan uit keuses.
The farm Jakkalskloof in the beautiful Porterville area has been home to the Visagie family for generations. But it took over 170 years of hard work, solid strategies and patience to get to this level.
Die boerdery van ons kom nou al saam met daai se seun is dit nou al die 60 geslag. Die eerste Visagies wat hier begin het was hoofsaaklik bywoners. Dit was hier so 1845 en tot later die plaas gehuur. En in 1918 het hulle die eerste stukkie grond gekoop.
Willem took over the reins from his late father in 1981 and grew the business substantially. Heinz studied to be a chartered accountant, but after completion of his articles, decided to rather farm. 8 years ago, he came back and started drawing up spreadsheets for meetings, adding a different brand of brilliance to the business. In turn, Willem imparts 42 years of commercial farming experience.
Enige boerdery gaan oor kennis en die oordrag van kennis en waarvanaf jy dit kry en wie kan vir jou beter leer as jou pa in 'n familiegeskiedenis hê op 'n plaas.
The Visagies utilize every bit of arable land. On the high potential soils, they plant 2/3 wheat and 1/3 canola in a 3-year rotation cycle. The medium potential soils are used for the production of barley and oats, while marginal lands are used for cattle farming. As there is no room for error in today's tight production environment, they have farm managers assisting them in the day-to-day running of the operation. To make sure that all machines run smoothly in peak times, they have devised this nifty mobile workshop with a diesel carrying capacity of 2,200 litres. Yet, despite perfect planning, nature can throw a curveball, and the current drought in the Western Cape is a major concern for farmers.
Ek het al 42 jaar wat ek al boer en ek is deur 'n hele paar drooijare. In verjaar se drooijare is die droogste van almal. Ons gemiddelde reënval is so 480 plus minus. In verjaar het ons maar nog gehad 155 mm.
The green wheat belies the fact that more moisture is needed for all the seeds to fully develop.
Die insetkoste is al so duur. Ons moet nou in vandag se terme al omtrent 3 ton plus stroop om by gelykbreek te kom.
It's challenging times, but the Visagies have it in their genes to come out winning. And Hein is confident about the future of grain farming in South Africa.
Wat baie belangrik is die ondersteuning wat iemand soos Graan SA vir jou kan bied. Want dit maak op die ou en dat jy met die dinge kan bly teenoor die res van die wêreld.
With a positive attitude, the Visagie family is looking ahead, supporting each other and enjoying the latest addition to life here on Jakkalskloof.